The Kansas City's knee-buckling liability over the past couple of otherwise promising seasons has been its dismal, dreadful defense. Well, is it ever getting a makeover this offseason? On Wednesday, the Chiefs released longtime safety Eric Berry, after 9 seasons in Kansas City, which included 3 All-Pro seasons and 5 Pro Bowl selections. Various health woes have dogged Berry in his career, especially overcoming Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2015-16, but since signing a $78 million, 6-year extension 2 years ago, a torn Achilles in September 2017 has prevented Berry from playing in all but 3 games. The Chiefs already had lined up Tyrann Mathieu to replace Berry, at a cost of $42 million over 3 years. Releasing Berry came one day after the Chiefs agreed to trade star pass rusher Dee Ford to San Francisco, for a 2020 second-round draft pick, and several days after the club cut its other star edge rusher, Justin Houston. As well this week, starting cornerback Steven Nelson lined up a free agent deal in Pittsburgh. Clearly, there's a cultural as well as a personnel change afoot on the defensive side of the ball in KC. Head coach Andy Reid in January fired longtime defensive coordinator Bob Sutton and replaced him with Steve Spagnuolo, architect of the New York Giants' 2007 Super Bowl champion defense. More signings. Wednesday's free agent deals include the following, according to numerous reports: DeCameron Wake with Tennessee, formerly with Miami, and a former CFL star, for $23 million over 3 years and $7.25 million guaranteed. RB Tevin Coleman with San Francisco, from Atlanta. CB Jason McCourty returning to New England for another season, to pair up in the defensive backfield again with twin brother Devin. Mama Mac would have it no other way. Jason tweeted, RB Adrian Peterson resigned with Washington, reportedly for $8 million over 2 years. PK Will Lutz resigned with New Orleans for 5 years. That's huge for the Saints, and thus eliminated the top pending free agent from the PK pool. Meantime, Jason Myers said bye to the New York Jets on Twitter before becoming a free agent. "Thank you, Jets fans. I had a hell of a year in New York. I truly cherish my time there and it'll always hold a special place in my heart. You welcomed me and my family with support and love, and I'll forever be thankful." pic.twitter.com/ock3mu7dgg. Jason Myers, @Jamie_31, March 13, 2019. WR/RB, KR Cordero Patterson agreed to terms with Chicago. Tyrell Williams, one of the league's top slot receivers in 2018, left the Los Angeles Chargers and agreed to terms with Oakland. With Antonio Brown and Jordy Nelson, Williams will comprise one of the NFL's top WR trios. Carolina will re-sign RT Darrell Williams, viewed as one of the top free agent to be offensive linemen. QB Tyrod Taylor left Cleveland and reportedly signed with the Los Angeles Chargers, presumably to back up Phillip Rivers. It's a strange signing when Taylor had been seen as a strong candidate to at least be a bridge starter in Miami, or be a backup elsewhere with a better prospect of playing. Perhaps Taylor's camp knew something. Reports late Wednesday afternoon said Teddy Bridgewater, in fact, had not signed on to return as a backup to Drew Brees in New Orleans, but rather was flying to Miami to negotiate with the Dolphins to replace the doomed Ryan Tannehill. Kyler's Pro Day. Kyler Murray, projected by most draftniks to be either the first or second QB selected in next month's NFL Draft, worked out for dozens of league talent evaluators on Wednesday at Oklahoma University's Pro Day. New York Giants head coach Pat Shurmur was among those in attendance. Neither owner Michael Bidwill nor GM Steve Keim of the Arizona Cardinals, possessors of the No. 1 overall draft pick, were in attendance, per reports. Murray's throwing session was aired live on NFL Network. He accurately zipped most passes into receivers' hands and made it look effortless and easy. Murray did not roll out on any throws, as QBs usually do, at least in part on pro days. Rather, Murray chose to exclusively showcase his proficiency on 3, 5 and 7-step dropbacks along with his accuracy on planted throws from the pocket. Former NFL QB and head coach Jim Zorn has been working with Murray. "We just kind of focused on being clean with the dropbacks, and being on time with throws," Murray said. An NFL Network reporter asked Murray about NFL Network commentator Charlie Casserly's controversial report last week in which he contended that multiple teams told him Murray interviewed terribly at the Combine. "I have nothing to say about it," Murray said, in his first comments on the matter. "People know who I am, and my teammates know who I am. We're good. We move on."